Hi everyone, welcome back to Microbiogenics. So we were discussing about the polymerase chain reaction and we have discussed up to the materials required for PCR. Today I am going to discuss about the method of PCR. So PCR is a technique of DNA amplification, we know that, and this PCR reaction contains three phases. One is denaturation phase, second is annealing phase, and the third one is extension phase. So the starting material for PCR reaction is a double-stranded DNA. So firstly we have a double-stranded DNA. This is a double-stranded DNA that have a 5' to 3' strand and a 3' to 5' strand. So this is the double-stranded DNA. Now in the very first step of PCR reaction, this DNA is denatured. Denaturation of DNA means separation of the two strands of the DNA. This is the double-stranded DNA. So after denaturation, the two strands of the double-stranded DNA will be separated. So single strand, the DNA will be converted into single-stranded form. This is the 5' to 3' strand and this is the 3' to 5' strand. So this is how denaturation occurs, and denaturation occurs due to high temperature. We will see that temperature varies at different stages of PCR. So in the denaturation step, the temperature is set at very high temperature, and the cause behind this is that due to high temperature, the base pairing between the double-stranded DNA, the hydrogen bonds between the bases that exists between these two strands will be broken down, and once the base pair is broken down, the two strands will be separated. So this is the logic behind the denaturation step. So once the DNA is denatured, it is single-stranded portion of DNA is available, and now the primers that are already present in the PCR mixture will come and bind to the complementary regions on the single-stranded DNA. So primers basically binds to the 3' end of the DNA. So the complementary region of the primers basically lies in the 3' end of the region. So primers will come and bind with the 3' ends. So both the primers, both the forward and reverse primers will go and bind to the two opposite strands of the DNA at the 3' ends. So primer is bound. So this step, the step of primer binding, is called the annealing step. The first step was the denaturation step, in which the two strands of the double-stranded DNA was separated. The next step is the annealing step, in which primers binds to the single-stranded DNA. Primer is bound in the annealing step, and in the next step, that is the extension step, DNA synthesis will occur. So DNA polymerase will come and bind with the DNA and it will synthesize the complementary strand. So in the extension step, what will happen? DNA polymerase will synthesize the complementary strands. DNA polymerase will synthesize the complementary strand. So this is how the polymerase chain reaction occurs. First step is the denaturation step, in which the double-stranded DNA is converted into single-stranded form by strand separation. In the next step, just after the denaturation step, occurs the annealing step, in which the primers bind to the single-stranded DNA, and in the last step of PCR, DNA polymerase carry out the synthesis of complementary strand. So this is how the PCR reaction flows. So this is a diagram that explains how the amplification occurs in a PCR cycle. The starting material of this PCR cycle is one molecule of template DNA. So this template DNA is subjected to first PCR cycle and we get as a product two molecules of DNA. So after one PCR cycle we get two molecules of DNA. In the next cycle of PCR, in the second cycle of PCR, the product of first cycle of PCR will act as template DNA. So these products will now act as template. This product will now act as template for the second cycle. So in the second cycle, after the completion of second cycle, we get 4 molecules of DNA as product. So starting from a single molecule of DNA, after 2 PCR cycles, we get 4 molecules of DNA. So this is how the amplification occurs. So there is a formula for calculating the amount of product DNA obtained after some particular PCR cycles. So the formula is 2 to the power n. Number of product obtained is 2 to the power n. The formula states that the amount of DNA obtained after nth PCR cycle can be calculated by the formula 2 to the power n. So in this example, n is equals to 2 because we have performed 2 PCR cycles. So substituting the value of n is equals to 2, we can see that 2 to the power 2 equals to 4. 2 to the power 2 is equals to 4. So it matches with this product. 2 to the power 2 is equals to 4. That means 4 molecules of DNA will be obtained as product after 2 PCR cycles. So this is how the PCR reaction occurs. This is how the PCR amplification occurs. And this is a chart of normal temperature and duration of each steps of PCR. So denaturation step occurs at 94 degrees centigrade for 2 minutes, but generally the temperature can lie between 90 to 98 degrees centigrade, and the optimum is 94 degrees centigrade for 2 minutes. The duration of annealing phase is 1 minute at a temperature of 40 to 60 degrees centigrade, and extension phase have a temperature of 72 degrees centigrade. That is the optimum temperature for the DNA polymerase that actually extends the DNA, that is actually replicating the DNA. So this temperature depends on the type of the DNA polymerase that we use. So this is the optimum temperature for Taq DNA polymerase. This is the optimum temperature for Taq DNA polymerase. So when we are using Taq DNA polymerase as the DNA polymerase for the extension phase, we perform the extension reaction at 72 degrees centigrade for 2 minutes. This is how generally the reactions are performed and the duration of the reactions.